Aloha, beautiful golden pod. There we are. Cosmic love here. Sitting in the beautiful marsh with the bees and the birds in the trees and the little salamanders and the mountains and the sun, loving we so much, and have an amazing transmission to share today about the Celestine Prophecy and the transformation that our collective is currently going through. So, first of all, if this love stream is helpful, please share it. And we are just tuning in to see if we have a clear channel in our connection here right now, because if we don't, we're going to restart this love stream. Testing. All right. I think we're starting to connect in. So we'll just take a look at nature while everyone is tuning in, and maybe you can give me a thumbs up to let me know that the audio is clear, and check out the mountains. Check out the fairy dust in the sky. Gracious filled for the fairy dust. Aloha, Miss Crystal Kelly Jean. Oh my gosh. Did we see that bumblebee? Oh, that was so amazing. Little bumblebee just flew into his first eye, joining in the transmission, fixing the audio and the connection. All is perfect. Thank you, Martin. Aloha. All right, so if this love stream is helpful, please share it. That's called gifting, and we're going to drop in right now about the Celestine Prophecy. So I was blessed to be sitting with my dear friend Universal Love, our pod dolphin, in the Miracle Coordinate last night, and we tuned in. We were guided to go and watch the Celestine Prophecy, which he had seen before. And of course, I have never read the book, but have tuned in to the message, and it's very poignant at this Miracle Coordinate. Aloha, Miss Ruthie, Miss Ashanti Love. So we passed what we call January 1st, 2020 in something called Gregorian calendar. So the Gregorian calendar is one calendar that has been, the guidance wants to say, inflicted upon the consciousness for many Miracle Coordinates, but we say that with love in our heart. And there's many other calendars on the planet that are much more aligned with the cosmic clock, the attunement of the 13 moon cycles, and the natural clock of nature and the cosmos. So many people may be feeling that something really big was to happen in 2020, and of course that's one coordinate inside of ourselves, and so something significant has happened in 2020, and inside of that date, if we go to look at the dream spell calendar, we can see the significance of what 2020 means from the perspective of the dream spell. Now, what is really cool is that if we go back to the genetics, aloha, Mr. Scotty One Love. If we go back to the genes, there is a cosmic clock, and it is how the sun travels through the cosmic clock of the genes, the 64 codons of the human DNA. And even though we burn the Bacon 2-strand DNA, we are still looking at the significance of how the sun affects what is really the first day of the cosmic new year in terms of our genetics. And it just so happens that it's the 20th of January. So that's really cool, because that's 1/20/2020. That is the day that the sun goes into the 41st gene, which is the initiator codon. And even though we are transforming out of the 2-strand DNA, we're still using this as a coordinate to help the consciousness understand what it might be happening inside of the self right now. Because inside of the self, there might be expectations for, now that we're in 2020, what are we going to do? And, that part of the mind that runs the Nike Just Do It part of the human consciousness that goes, there's something, I got to do something, I got to do something. The most significant thing we can be doing is restoring our connection to the divine, to the spirit that infuses our form, and really inheriting our birthright to bring the spirit into the body, to create the alchemy, to activate the light body within the physical form. So I have some really great, or you can just go to Patricia Cota-Robles's vlogs on YouTube. Her vlogs that she's been bringing through decrees to help us connect into the elemental bodies within us are super powerful to supercharge our meditations. And so big transformation in the field of meditation right now. Big heart openings. Go to the Heart Math Institute, check out some of their simple techniques for opening and activating the heart chakra, and I'm going to be sharing some of those in the meditations coming through as well. So it's really a time of high tryptophan. Tryptophan is connected to the 35th gene, which is connected to serotonin, which when the serotonin and the tryptophan levels are normal in the body, the aura begins to transform and our connection to the external reality begins to change. So I think Patricia uses the words, our capacity to outsource our reality is transforming, and it's becoming more powerful again, to truly allow the divine blueprint and the divine plan to outsource through our physical vessels. And as she explains, during the fall, that capacity became distorted for the divine plan to outsource through us. So people might be asking themselves the question, what should I be doing? And from the perspective of the mind, there is no more doing to occur. It is the opening of the heart that allows us to become the pure source vessels of this divine cymatic that is coming through our form. Cymatics is the sound that is informing the field to reorganize the field. So back to the Celestine Prophecy, and back to the old structures of force and external authority and control that are dissolving away. And as they dissolve simultaneously, what is awakening within us is our communal leadership. If this love stream is helpful, please share it. It's a very significant love stream, guaranteed. We are just in the takeoff mode of the transmission. So there is communal leadership rising through the heart. This is noted in the 31st gene, and it's poignant to go back to the book on the genes, because Richard did a very good job of showing us, and because we're quantum, everything is relevant when it's relevant. We are not linear. So we may be asking ourselves, like, what were all those phases in my life about, and how come, I went through all of these like potentials and great collective experiences, and like I'm kind of finding myself now in this like super cosmic spacious energy with no clear guidance. But that's because our physical bodies are being freed from karmic imprints. Karma creates inertia of push-pull dynamics, and we are being liberated from the push-pull dynamics, which then liberates the energy in our body. And that energy, as it is liberated, is cosmic. It is full creator potential. So humanity might be at a stage of not even being able to recognize what it is that is infusing us now, because it's cosmic, it's so big. And so it can't be directed by a polarity dualistic mind. We are in a homeostasis process. We are in a process of coming into our awareness of this cosmic infinite field of potential. So don't put pressure on ourselves to try and create something. Right now, we are just learning how to become familiar with it. And the divine plan is orchestrating each person to their perfect alignment and attunement to hear how they fit in the music of the spheres. So as we were watching the Celestine Prophecies, and I highly invite everyone to go back to the book or to watch the Celestine Prophecies, there's very specific languaging throughout the video. If this live stream is helpful, please share it. Let's get as many people on here live as we can. And there is a line in the video or in the movie towards the end. And it's when the energy that is trying to suppress the prophecy, one of those characters in the movie says, progress is based on people's willingness to be led. Progress is based on people's willingness to be led. And the character that is expressing this is expressing why it's okay to create war on the planet. Sometimes war is a good thing. And why it's okay to hold back a prophecy of the truth of what's really rising within us. Here's the thing. We know within ourselves we don't need to be led any longer. And if there is any pressure out there demanding us to take action, based on old beliefs about humanity needing to be led, those very structures themselves are the ones that are dissolving. Because as we are restoring to cosmic consciousness, ninth wave unity consciousness, there is no need to demand action. Nature doesn't have a commander out here demanding action be taken. We are coming back into alignment to our deep, authentic understanding and listening of how energy flows and how energy works. And we're coming back into harmony and balance with all that is. So here's a really beautiful piece. The 31st gene, about the oracle. And the 31st gift in the book of Richard Rudd is called Leadership, Heart Branding. The gift of leadership is a gift of influence rather than inherent predisposition to be a leader per se. So this is all about the oracle, and what comes through the oracle is speaking to the collective what is in the collective. So he says, certain human beings operating out of the 31st gift can literally become the voice of the collective. That's what the oracle is, which is why in the highest frequency, the oracle is about humility, because the oracle is just reporting to the collective what is in the field. So at the shadow frequency, they become the voice of our fear. Whereas at the gift level, they become the voice of our creativity, as well as the messengers of our future evolution, along with its programming partner, the 41st gift of anticipation. Keeping in mind, we just shared that the 41st gift is what Ra-Ru says is the true beginning of the new year. This year is the true beginning of the new year. It's when the 41st, the sun goes into the 41st gift, because that is the initiator codon. It's the activator codon. All of the coding that comes in alignment with the sun moving to the 41st, which is this year on January 20th, are the codes that set everything into place for what is playing out. When the 60th CD ignites in multiple beings, it'll be the end of the world as we know it. So come on, team. Let's listen to these transmissions coming through, because the transmissions are guiding us with love and simplicity. So we'll go back to this. Along with its programming partner, the 41st gift of anticipation, the 31st gift naturally has an affinity with the future and is always expressing the cutting edge of consciousness and form. Cosmic love. That's why the guidance gave me the name Unity Grace in October of 2015, when hardly anyone on the planet was using the word unity. And why in April the guidance gave me the name Cosmic Love. because it's the cutting edge of where we are going, and it is our birthright to inherit our sovereignty without commanders externally demanding that we do something. Love is rising within the hearts of the people, and the way forth is not the way that it has been. So back to the Celestine prophecy of the character that wanted the prophecy suppressed, saying that progress is based on people's willingness to be led. That progress was not a natural progress, and it was not aligned with the divine plan. It was actually an interference with the divine plan. So the secret to the 31st gift is the secret of branding. These are the people who inherently know that the medium that they use, whether it be music, art, science, literature, or simply the naked human voice, unity, grace, cosmic love, is really only the means of expressing a transmission that lies beyond the words. If this LoveStream is helpful, please share it. I promise this is a very significant LoveStream in the transmission that is coming through in the space between the words. This is helping to guide us, because right now what we've been tracking the last few days is a lot of fear in the collective, a lot of unconscious fear that has been coming to the surface through the physical bodies. Aloha, Miss Trine. Love you so much. Laura, Lulu, Alicia, aloha. Beautiful beings. The transmission is coming through the space between the words right now, and it is helping us to understand why the Gregorian calendar of January 1st, 2020, yes, a significant number when things are based on numbers, and simultaneously why we might be feeling kind of like really spacious or really spaced out or really spacey, or not having a clue what we are supposed to go forth and do. This transmission, this LoveStream, is helping us to understand, because we have been liberated from the bonds of karma, the push-pull dynamics of duality and two-strand DNA. We are embodying cosmic codes. Cosmic light is coming into the body. The form is filling with cosmic consciousness. We are adjusting to our wholeness. We are adjusting to what true sovereign really means. We are getting in tune with the energy. The energy does not have words. The English language is coded to time. The English language was indoctrinated into the species because it has a very specific purpose. And, many indigenous cultures, if anyone has seen the movie The Golden Compass, where children are cut off from their daemons, why were the indigenous children taken away from their families and put into residential schools? To cut them off from their connection to spirit. Because the indigenous, the original root cultures, root races on the planet had a deep connection to spirit, and that is what is being restored within all of humanity. This is clearly just reading the field and the messages coming through the cosmos. We are being restored to our connection to spirit, great spirit within us. This is what is occurring right now. Great Spirit is taking the reins inside of us, and it is guiding us in a new way. And a lot of things that would seemingly take millennia to plan in the old structures of external authority are going to literally materialize out of thin air, just like that. Gatherings with large numbers of people. I mean, it's happening all over the planet anyways. And but very specific gatherings are going to materialize effortlessly, because we are reading the coding from our ancient future selves. Confirmation from the Amtrak. We are reading the codings from our ancient future selves that are coming through now, and we will know exactly where to be and when, because the collectives are being gathered through these codes that have always been present. So what is our role? Our role is to continue to move into the heart. Meditate, go to the Heart Math Institute, check out the things that they have, do the whole brain state and the crossovers. Be in meditation. Be in stillness, be in silence, know that it's fine. Continue to move through these realms with love, emanating and resonating a connection from our heart. There's this great little 30-second Heart Math Institute meditation that we heard the other day, and it's basically like, go into your heart, breathe through your heart, breathe slower and deeper than you would normally breathe. From this place of the heart, now emanate the feeling of love and appreciation for others in our lives. And emanate that love and appreciation and respect and gratitude out to the people in our lives. We can do it to the things in our lives, the circumstances in our lives. Staying in this place together. Staying in this place together, just like in the beautiful Celestine Prophecies. The ninth scroll is about the energy. The ninth scroll is that evolution is guiding us towards our birthright, the embodiment of heaven. If this love stream is helpful, yay, Miss Freedom, creating epic desserts to increase the serotonin levels. Please teleport those desserts to us all, ASAP. ASA miracle. As soon as miracle. Okay, so yes, evolution is within us, and it is guiding us towards our birthright as sovereign as heaven on earth. It is always within us. Heaven on earth has always been within us. And that is what is occurring on a quantum miraculous level now. So let's go back to the 31st gene. Again, the secret to the 31st gift is the secret of branding. These are people who inherently know that the medium that they use, whether it be music, art, science, literature, or simply the naked human voice, if this love stream is helpful, please share it, because this being has that gene very activated in their chart. The transmission is in the space between the words. It is really only the means of expressing a transmission that lies beyond words. The art itself, right now, this is an art, believe it or not, these transmissions are all the greatest art that has ever flown through this being. We have watched walls move in and out of time and space through these transmissions coming through. The art itself carries the frequency encoded within it, but the frequency lies well beyond the words, colors, or tones themselves. In other words, all human expression is really nothing but branding. If you release the right brand at the right time in, it says history, but we'll say our creation, you will have a huge influence. This is why the 31st gift is founded upon the rock of anticipation. That's why we're calling forth the social media crew and just saying, just share these love streams. Please just share these love streams. If they're helpful, please share them, because there is a branding coming through already, and it is guiding us through, guarantee. These transmissions have been very potent to bring transformation on the planet. And there is a great transmission in this miracle coordinate in the space between the words. How do I know? Because I am a vessel of these transmissions, and I can feel in my body what is coming through right now. And it is so quantum. It is so quantum. We are releasing the right brand at the right time. This is why the 35th gift is founded upon the rock of anticipation. It always has a sense of what is coming into the world next. And what is coming into the world right now is self-guidance, self-governance. And we are just getting a grasp and a hold on it. And there is nothing outside of ourselves that can demand that we do it in a certain way. We are in deep communion and listening with the greater divine cosmic plan, cosmic love. Divine consciousness is flowing through us, and no system of external authority can demand how it is done. Those systems are dissolving, and we love them in totality. We have great love, honor, and respect for the systems that are falling away. Once again, this is why the 31st gift is founded upon the rock of anticipation. It always has a sense of what is coming into the world next, and to do this, it has to be free from old conditioning. That's the systems that are dissolving away. Those systems can also, and any aspect of our consciousness, our collective consciousness that is inside of those systems, can be in great celebration right now, because it means the liberation to all. And that line in the Celestine Prophecies about why certain energies on the planet were holding back the truth was because there was a belief that progress was based on people's ability or people's acceptance of being led. And that was truly never the case. If this love stream is helpful, please share it. Once again, to know what is coming into the world next is to be free from the old conditioning first. We have been doing a great job to liberate ourselves from the old conditioning. And that's why a lot of fear has been coming through the collective body in the last few miracle days. Weeks even, leading up to Jan 1, 2020, when Jan 2020 is the initiator. This is a time of organizing ourselves just from a place of listening and communion. And guaranteed, these love streams are massively guiding the way. So the invitation is for all who are listening to help share these love streams far and wide. This being knows what this being has been holding on the planet and what this being has been doing on the planet. And these transmissions right now are very significant to assist us to find the way. It is truly the heart that separates the shadow frequencies from the gift frequencies, and in our current stage of evolution, the heart is the hottest frequency there is. So interesting that in Patricia Cota Robles' decree in log 147, the activation of the fire vortex, the fire elemental vortex, is the heart. Anyone notice their heart is getting really hot right now? Because we are coming back into our alignment with the elemental vortexes and the elemental body within us. During the fall, take what resonates, throw the rest away. During the fall, the mental and emotional bodies separated. When the emotional and mental bodies separated, our connection to the elemental vortexes in our elemental body dissolved. Out-patterning, as Patricia calls it, out-patterning the divine plan fell away from our capacity when that occurred. This is all coming back into alignment in ourselves now. If you want to really see the nature of success on the material plane, then the heart represents the cutting edge today. So to answer questions to anyone who is demanding, what are we doing now that we're sovereign? We are aligned and attuned to our heart. We are coming into our cosmic inheritance, our cosmic birthright, which is actually requiring us to become familiar with the energy itself without needing to sit down and write up a plan. We are coming into alignment with the energy. So each being, if this love stream is helpful, please share it. truly, the next few weeks, we are going to be, I'm guided that to bring together a group that really gets what the transmissions are saying, to be aligning through Zoom calls and so on, and coordinating what is coming through. Because I know in totality what is coming through this transmission right now is very big. It's quantum. It's in the space between the words. We are cosmic. Once again, if you want to really see the nature of success on the material plane, then the heart represents the cutting edge of today. One thing that we always used to say when we were communing with various beings that were at the center of certain things like global finance, we would say it has nothing to do with money. It's a grassroots movement. It's coming from the ground up, and it's been going for eons of time. This has been growing for eons of time, and when it comes on, it'll come on like a tsunami wave. I never said it to be mean or nasty. I said it because I'm an oracle. Because I am reporting to the collective what is occurring. That is what has been occurring in us for aeons of time, is the preparation inside of these physical vessels. Romeo Barron is doing an awesome job of role modeling navigation inside of his physical form to embody our birthright. We're taking the reins back from the old ego imprints, those blueprints of separation where the mental and emotional body were separate. From the level of the heart, success is now reaching for a new definition. Life is no longer about individual success, but success as a collective organism. Imagine that. Success as a collective organism. If this LoveStream is helpful, please share it. Success as a collective organism is about the reorganization of the entire collective itself. That's why on this January 1st, 2020, which is based on a Gregorian calendar called Roman Greco, the system that was created for taxation. It's why a lot of people, if they are bound to that calendar or the belief that something big should be occurring inside of them, they should be making plans right now. We are being reorganized as a collective organism. This is completely new. It's completely new. And it's not coming from the mind. And we can learn all kinds of things about our DNA activation and all those things. But this is not coming from the mind. It is actually occurring inside of us. That's why we always used to say, building underground bases to protect ourselves from some sort of external disaster apocalyptic scenario was ridiculous. Because it's an inside job and it's happening inside of us all. So it's probably pretty lonely in some of those underground bases. Just come on up and join the fam now. From the level of the heart, success is now reaching for a new definition. Life is no longer about individual success, but success as a collective organism. This is the direction in which evolution is currently taking us. One can therefore see from the 31st gift that a new era is opening up before humanity. And it is an era in which individual leadership means individual leaders leading the collective, is declining, while something we have never seen before is also occurring. The collective is beginning to lead itself. Keeping it in mind, if we go back to that quote in the Celestine Prophecies and why the prophecies were being restricted by certain organizations. In fact, in the movie, it's even said at one point, the military controlled the mind, and the church controlled the people's souls. It's in the movie. We're not criticizing, we're not judging, we're not doing any of that. We are sharing this from love so that we can all as a collective family understand together what is occurring. If this love stream is helpful, please share it. Aloha, Yosef. This is a very significant love stream to share and to play on repeat and to get out to as many different groups, social media platforms, because it's real and we know what is coming through this vessel to guide us in this 2020 vision. The collective is beginning to lead itself. Those frequencies that really catch the heart of the collective are coming through as collective voices and expressions, even though they are transmitted by individuals. That comes back to the piece about the oracles. So awesome, because there's 31 people watching right now, and the gene key for the oracle is the 31. Even though it is being transmitted by individuals. What that means, it goes back to what it says about the oracle is reading the pulse of the collective for the collective. That when the collective is in fear, the oracle is reading the fear back to the collective. That's why never project on the messenger. When the collective was in fear, 2019 was a huge year of fear, transmutation. The oracle was repeating the fear back to the collective. Now we are in a gifting frequency. We have transcended the karmic inertia. We are in a gifting frequency of love, so the oracle is reporting to the collective. So we'll repeat this. The collective is beginning to lead itself. Those frequencies that catch the heart of the collective are coming through as collective voices and expressions, even though they are transmitted by individuals. The point is that those individuals have little or no self-interest. It is truly an extraordinary age that we are moving towards, and it is only those ready to make the leap into the heart who will inherit the huge benefits coming to all of us. It goes on to talk about the CD, and the highest frequency of the oracle is about humility. True humility can only occur at the Cedic frequency because it requires the complete obliteration of your individuality. The 31st CD, there is no longer the possibility of achieving anything independent from life. This is about our interdependence. Thus, many human words and expressions cease to have real meaning, which is why the transmission from the oracle is coming in the space between the words. And we all have this gene within us. If a human being believes in what others describe as an arrogant manner, the 31st CD simply cannot comprehend it. What he's talking about here is that the oracle becomes completely humble to speak whatever is in the collective field. The oracle has no attachment. Aloha Tori, aloha John Kennedy, aloha Chia, Marianique. Hi, Mr. Yosef, lovely so much. True humility has no agenda. The 31st CD has no agenda. If this love stream is helpful, please share it. Guaranteed, the codes in this love stream are so profound in the space between the words. This is truly the first love stream of this 2020 coordinate, because what the guidance has been tracking the last few miracle days is how much fear has been coming up out of the collective. It's fear, we express it or we experience it as unconscious fear, chaos or hectic feelings or whatever, anxiety or uncertainty, or maybe people are feeling really still. It's a variety of things. But the thing is, as we said before in the LoveStream, we are actually in a process of embodying cosmic energies inside of ourselves. They have nothing to do with anything that we have experienced life or reality to be. One of our great Native American elders, who we did the ceremony with on Shumash land on December 23rd, at the Flatstone shows that we're all from the same source. He said he doesn't get excited about anything unless the squirrels are getting excited. Because most of our human existence in the Western world has been based on stories. It has been based on a kind of marketing that is not from the heart. We are coming back into alignment with the squirrels and the cosmos and the stars. And most significantly, we are inheriting our birthright of our spirit to infuse our forms. It shows in the Celestine prophecies when their heart frequency is super high, they're looking at heaven. The whole reality transforms around them. And then an incident comes along, and several times in the movie they mention the word distraction. Don't get distracted. Distraction is actually one of the stop codons in the genes. It's one of the 3 stop codons. So the external becomes a distraction. It's not saying the external is bad. It's saying that our primary focus is the emanation from our heart. Go back to that amazing 30-second meditation from the Heart Math Institute. Bring our focus into our heart, breathe in and out of our heart, breathe slower and deeper than normal, and then emanate from our heart love and appreciation for the people around us. It sounds simple, but there's something really special in that little meditation. So maintaining our connection in the heart frequency right now is guiding us. This love stream is helpful. Please share it. The 31st gift is truly humble because it has no, or CD is humble because it has no agenda. It is not necessarily interested in freeing people from their illusions, even though it may unwittingly do so. Such a being realizes that it is not possible to influence anyone in the world. It doesn't matter what this person does in life, but they are genetically coded to speak on the cutting edge. That's what the transmissions are doing. So we are feeling certain coordinates and gatherings in 2020 that will happen very spontaneously and effortlessly. We participated in one in December of 2013, Universal Love and One Love and Ali and a whole pod of us on the land of Garth, Boulder Gardens, a spontaneous pop-up event that brought people out of the brush who had no money, no cars, and came wandering into the middle of the desert where there was huge boulders on this land, saying, I just got drawn here. I felt like there was something going on here. That's how miraculous we truly are. We are coming into an attunement. We are coming into a deep space within us to receive the coordinates of what is coming through. Cosmic consciousness is guiding. So go back and check out the Celestine Prophecies. Rewind when you hear certain key codes coming through. See, the little birdie just gave us 2 thumbs up, a 2 tweet up. Remember how energy is affecting the reality. We are the embodiment now. Our spirit is infusing the form. That governance is coming from within. It is not a governance that will begin by creating more of what has been created on Earth through the Western civilizations. It's cosmic. So, continue to maintain the energy of the heart. We're going to be sharing some really cool meditations, universal love, and we have been playing in the studio. We are going to relaunch the Aurora from last year. If you go to our pureenergy.love YouTube, maybe someone could put the link here for the Aurora meditation. Check that out now because it is so powerful, and we have another version of it as well. So we will upload that. Remembering that we are quantum. Therefore, what does that mean? It means that many things that have occurred for us that feel like they were in the past, that we may even still be clinging to understand. Oh my gosh. Epic little birdie. I hope you can see this little bird. Oh! Gorgeous little being. Just came in for a closer listen. Yeah, even things that feel like they occurred in the past, there is no past. Everything is quantum. So make gratitude lists, super abundant lists, just of miracles that occur through the day. This is my list of miracles for the day. Like, I had to rinse my car the other day, and I had it half soapy. And I didn't have the right money to get change, and an angel just gave me $3 in quarters. Super abundance list, miracle lists. Stay connected to what is actually evolving through us. Go back, take a look at the Celestine Prophecy movie or the book. But the movie, you can just look at little blips on YouTube. That moment when the military comes and their hearts open up and they're standing in heaven. And the military shows up with all their guns and they can't even see the characters in the movie. That's where we're at. It is for us as sovereign beings to remember how to fly these light ships. And it's not based on old directives from an external world. As it says in this gene, once again, this is why the 31st gift is founded upon the rock of anticipation. It always has a sense of what is coming into the world next, and to do this, it has to be free from the old conditioning. So Spirit bless every single being, human, animal, insect, all of life and all of creation, because creation is benevolence, and it is coming through every being. This is a time of transparency. It is a time of communion. It is a time of communication together. It is a time to be open and vulnerable. If there are still pieces holding on, we don't need to project them. We've transcended the drama of what we're feeling. We can just speak it now. We can just say, I'm feeling this right now. I'm aware, I'm witnessing that I'm watching this inside of me now. Transparent communion, communication, compassion, togetherness, to gather. This is all primary, and it's occurring inside of us all. So, if this love stream is helpful, please share it. That's called gifting. This is a transmission like no other, guaranteed. I know it because I can feel the energies coming through me, and it is quantum. There is so much coming through the space between the words to organize our energy universally, cosmically, simultaneously, synchronistically, for miracles to occur. Miracles are the norm. Miracles are the natural way of our creation. We love we so much. Thank we for all tuning in and aligning with cosmic love.